Hey guys, so it is time for our annual sort of Dragon Ball Heroes speculation video here for Dokkan. As you know, Dokkan typically gets a Dragon Ball Hero celebration at some point in November. That's happened the past few years. Recently, Global has actually had access to this now because of World Mission being out. This is last year's sort of celebration banner thing. This was for the 10th anniversary of Dragon Ball Heroes over here. And obviously Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's on here because he was like the main unit that you wanted to summon for on the collaboration banner that dropped during the celebration. So I'm going to quickly give some background on some of the scheduling stuff that we have coming up for Global. Because obviously with the JP version being ahead for a few months, we can sort of tell what's going to come to Global soon. But things are a bit different this year than they were last year, especially with the Golden Week stuff. So that does throw things off a little bit. So we'll go ahead and explain that. First things first. So this is sort of like the schedule on JP right now. This is the history of the banners that they've gotten. And we can use this as a guide to predict sort of how Global is going to play out the rest of the year here. So this was the end of the GT celebration. For whatever reason, DBZ Space actually does not have the Kid Gohan banner in here. But obviously with the cooler EZA banner being right here, Gohan's banner would be right before this. So we have Kid Gohan, then we have Cooler, and then after Cooler's banner we had the LR Goku and Piccolo banner, and that led into Tanabata, which was obviously Super Saiyan Gogeta from the Fusion Reborn movie, Super Gogeta from the Fusion Reborn movie. But for Global, I assume this is going to come out at the end of the year, you know, Christmas time for Global, because that's when all the Tanabata units have come out pretty much for Global last year. You take a look at what they did for the blue Goku and Vegeta. They came out last year during Christmas, so I expect the same thing to happen with this Super Gogeta celebration for Global. So after Kid Gohan, I think what will happen is we'll skip this and we'll go straight into Vegeta's banner. Super Vegeta's banner. So he'll probably be next. We'll see. Maybe they're going to save him for after whatever happens in November. But Super Vegeta's banner is like, you know, one of the 3 Dokkan Fests that we don't have right now on Global Dokkan. Him, the Super Gogeta, and then what we're going to take a look at in a second. Because after Super Vegeta, we have this like double rates banner, which who knows when they're going to throw that out there. I don't know when they're going to throw that out, but that could fill any period of time. Then we have the 350 million downloads banners, which we obviously already got on Global. Got this, got this. And now we're pretty much up to recent times with JP, so we are not that far behind at all for JP Dokkan, or from JP Dokkan, because this is the current banner that's up right now. The Kale Khalifa banner goes away on the 26th of October. And if you compare that to Global's current banner, right, we have the Kid Gohan Dokkan Festival out right now with Kid Gohan and Garlic Jr. on it. That banner goes away on the 20th of October. We're going to be getting the Goku and Piccolo banner at some point within the next week or so, I would say. So that should take us into the beginning of November, which is when we normally would be getting the thank you celebration, which this is the thank you celebration from last year. And you can notice that the main banner that dropped during the thank you celebration last year was the Dual Dokkan Fest for Gotenks and Majin Buu, dropped on November 5th. So obviously that's not going to happen this year because both Global and JP ended up getting the GT Dual Dokkan Fest at the same time. That was their Golden Week. This was their JP's Golden Week banner, which is usually saved for November for Global, but this year they decided to have it at the same time. So there's a big, massive time slot in November now that is now free, and we do not know what is going to happen in November. So even with the Hero Celebration, that really adds on an extra at least 2 weeks to what we don't know what's going to happen. So people are speculating there might be like a bigger than normal Hero Celebration this year. Maybe they're finally going to do a Heroes Dokkan Fest. Maybe they're finally going to do a Heroes LR. I'm not going to be trying to be a Debbie Downer throughout this video. But I'm just going to say right now, if they did not do a Dokkan Fest or an LR for the 10th anniversary of Heroes, I'm a little bit skeptical that they would go ahead and do one this year. I'm not saying they're not going to, but for the 10th anniversary, that's like the biggest milestone they've ever reached. It's strange that they didn't go ahead and push like a massive, like why was Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta not a Dokkan Fest? He could have easily been a Dokkan Fest or an LR, but they decided not to do it. So there has to be something going on there that like there's a reason why they didn't make him that. So that's when the thank you celebration was, and then we also had these banners over here, which went until the 16th of November, and this one went to the 20th. So really the first like 3 weeks of November was typically taken up by this thank you celebration, and now obviously we don't have this anymore. So like what is going to happen. This was the Dragon Ball Heroes celebration that happened last year. Started on the 18th of November. So again, that's like, you know, more than halfway into the month. We're going to have the first 18 days of November sort of like a question mark period right now. So we don't know what's going to happen. This was the banner. They actually did a pretty good job with the celebration, though, because they actually gave us a Dokkan event for Vegeta, right? Why was he not a Dokkan Fest? There has to be a reason why. They gave us a special event here and a special challenge event as well, which is actually pretty cool. It's kind of like a Dragon Ball Heroes version of the Dragon Ball history, which is pretty cool. Hope they bring that back this year, which they should. But we have this in the news here. Let me just zoom in so you guys can actually see this and read this properly. It's the same exact announcement that is on the JP version as well of Dokkan. A new event is coming soon. New information on the movie has been revealed. A related event will become available in November. New information on Dragon Ball Super Superhero has been announced. At New York Comic Con, the Red Ribbon Army will show up in the movie scheduled to be released in 2022. An event featuring characters related to the Red Ribbon Army will become available in Dokkan Battle in November. So this is basically saying both Global and JP are going to be getting some kind of same time thing, celebration, whether it's not a full-time celebration or not, I don't know. But some kind of like joint campaign with this Red Ribbon Army event in November together. So in my opinion, whatever is associated with this event is going to be coming out in November, and that probably is why they pushed the Golden Week, you know, the GT Goku and Vegeta banners to Global at the same time as JP this year, is because they were going to fill that time slot with whatever this is going to be here. So I think the first 2 to 3 weeks of November will be taken up by whatever this celebration is. And then I don't think this will be related to Heroes in any way, just because it's sort of like harping on the theme of the movie with Red Ribbon Army stuff. So I'm probably, I don't know, some kind of like Cell Android themed celebration, I'm assuming, but who knows. But I think after whatever this is finally when we're going to be able to get some hero stuff. And I have a lot of tabs open, if you can see the top of my screen right here. Basically went through the past like year plus of releases for Heroes, and I pulled out all of like the major hype cards, all the secret rare cards, basically the most, you know, the highest rarity of the game. So we're going to go through some of the characters that I think actually would make a really like a big splash in Dokkan, I think. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Obviously the big one, these are kind of like the characters that have like I'm going basically from most recent to least recent over here. But these are the characters that I think would have like the biggest impact on people willing to spend on these banners, which is what they want to do, right? I mean, they released Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta last year, so like who knows what they're going to do here. We got Evolution Blue Gogeta here. He was like the most recent debut. Like this set is current, like this BM10, Big Bang Mission 10. This is the current set that's out as I'm recording this video. So if they want to capitalize on like the most recent hype, like this is probably what they're going to go to. But we've said this before in the past, right? I mean, I remember when God Trunks released in Heroes. This was like 2 years ago or something at this point. I was like, yeah, I mean, if they want to capitalize on the hype, they released God Trunks. He'd be a cool like a Dokkan Fest if they want to do it, a Heroes Dokkan Fest. But they actually ended up never doing it, so I don't really know what their thought process is for that. We have Full Power Super Saiyan Rosé. So this is, I mean, it's masked Goku Black, but technically his name is the Crimson Masked Saiyan. Yeah, this is just, people say it's Super Saiyan 3 Rosé. It's actually called Full Power Super Saiyan Rosé Goku Black, or Full Power Super Saiyan Rosé Crimson Masked Saiyan is technically what his name is. If they want, I mean, this is the guy that Evolution Blue Gogeta fought. So these two guys as like the headlining units on like the collaboration banner could be like really cool. Then we have just like the actual Super Saiyan 3 Rosé version of this character. It's a little bit less cool. I definitely like the one like without the shirt on and without like the broken mask way better than this one. But he's still cool. I mean, they could probably put this guy on the banner too if they wanted. We have like the Time Patroller outfit for UI Goku. We already have like the main big hype UI Goku unit from the Tournament of Power. So at this point, like, they can just release UI Goku whenever they want. I feel like they've like represented the canon version of UI Goku well enough, and now they can sort of explore other avenues for that unit, I think, of the transformation. So they could put this guy on the banner too. Now this is an interesting concept. There's actually a few of these throughout the cards that I've pulled up here, but combo units that we otherwise have no chance of ever seeing in the game, right? So Gogeta and Vegeta as a combo unit. We will, like, there's no way we're ever going to see this in Dokkan, I don't think, outside of a Heroes collab, because this is like, actually impossible to do, right? Without multiple Goku and Vegetas fusing together. So this would be a really cool idea. Gogeta Blue and Vegeta Blue together. Could be a really interesting card. Then we have this form of Vegeta, which I remember actually made a big stir on social media when he was revealed. This is, I believe the name was something like Super Saiyan Blue Controlled Berserk or something like that, because he's like the Berserk form. I think it's sort of like related to how Kale was in her Berserk form, but it's Super Saiyan Blue on top of that, and it's controlled, so he's not actually Berserk. So I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really know what they were going for with from this one. I think he actually obtained like Evil Key from Turles or something like that. I didn't actually watch the episode, but this is like an interesting form. Kind of looks cool. I mean, the actual model in game like has this black aura around it, and I think this is like the first ever like truly black aura we've seen. Like we've seen like purple auras in Xenoverse. We've seen like the villainous characters. They've had like that like dark purple aura, but I don't know if we've ever actually seen a black aura like this. Goku Black kind of had one in base form, but it was like more like a gray. This is like actual like black, so it kind of does look cool and different. Then we have Super Saiyan 2 Rose. I'm just pulling up all the different Roses. Like we have Super Saiyan 2 Rose, Crimson Masked Saiyan here. This is just regular Crimson Masked Saiyan without any Super Saiyan Rose on top of this form. He looks pretty cool in base form. I like this. Then we have Hearts. Hearts is a unit that I definitely could see him just being a normal SSR on the collaboration banner. He has a bunch of different forms. I remember he had like the oh god, I don't remember the actual name of the form that he used against Gogeta Blue, but when he fought Gogeta Blue in that episode, when Gogeta was teaming up with Hit and Jiren together, he was like God Hearts or something like that. He was, I mean, he was definitely Super Hearts, but there was like an additional name on top of that. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was called. But there's a bunch of different forms they can choose. This is the current iteration of Hearts' design that they're going with right now in the show. Sort of like a prisoner, but he broke out of jail or whatever, so. He also has a halo, so he's, I guess he would technically be Angel in the game, but yeah, Hearts would definitely, I think, be a good addition to the banner for sure. Okay, now we're getting into the Super Saiyan 4s here. So this is the Limit Breaker form for Super Saiyan 4s. This is what I was predicting we would get last year, but they ended up just going with normal Super Saiyan 4s. So we have a bunch of them coming up here. We have Vegeta first, then we have Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Goku. Then we have Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Broly. And then we have Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Vegito. I don't know if they would do this just because we last year got a regular Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. So are they then going to go and one-up themselves the following year with just technically a stronger version of that same character? I don't know. I feel like they would go with something completely different, but if they want to do this, go ahead, I guess. And then this is another one of these cool combo cards that I just threw in here. We have Blue Vegito and Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito together. Again, a dual, like, you guys like Vegito? Here's two Vegetos together in the same card. How about that? Like, again, this was something that's literally impossible to get outside of a Heroes collab. And that's what I think they should be doing in Heroes collabs. They should be doing stuff that, like, you will never see outside of a Heroes collab. Like, yeah, Zeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku is cool, but he's not that much different from just like normal Super Saiyan 3 Goku. This is something that I feel like they need to capitalize on because this is, again, something that we'll never get outside of a Heroes collab. It's impossible. So that's a cool idea. Then we have sort of the same idea here, but instead of two Vegetos, it's two Gokus, right? We have Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This is actually full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then we have Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and we have like sort of the same concept on this card here. I actually kind of like this art better, but this is not full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's the only difference between these two things. But yeah, like the side-by-side Blue Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This guy's wearing the Time Patroller outfit, and this Goku's wearing the Zeno outfit. So definitely a cool design for them. Again, when are you ever going to have a card that has two Gokus in it outside of Heroes? Never. Then we have obviously Golden Metal Cooler, and there's actually two versions of Golden Metal Cooler now. We have the OG one, which came out, I think, basically 2 years ago at this point. This is like UM9 was basically 2 years ago. Still don't have him in the game. I feel like because we have Golden Cooler, this is a very easy pick for them to just put as like a regular SSR on the collab banner. So we have Golden Metal Cooler here, and then we have the Golden Metal Cooler Zeno with the Dark Dragon Ball in his chest here. So that's pretty cool. I mean, the design is a little different. It's not that much different. Just like the red eyes there. This one only has one red eye. and then with the Dragon Ball on it. I don't know. Maybe it could be like a transforming unit. He goes from like regular Golden Metal Cooler to Zeno with the Dragon Ball. I don't know. They also have like the Golden Frieza with the Dragon Ball on him too. But there's like a million other characters they can choose from. But what I'm going to end off with by saying in this video is, again, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news to people. But the only reason they were able to do these Heroes collabs for Global was because of World Mission. World Mission has not received an update in a very long time. They have not added any of these characters from Big Bang Mission. Literally, none of these characters are in, or not Big Bang Mission, World Mission, sorry. None of these Big Bang, these are all Big Bang Mission cards. None of these Big Bang Mission cards, I don't think, have been added to World Mission. So the question I have is, I know there's always been a big issue with licensing for Heroes in terms of how it gets added to Dokkan. Can they even release characters that were not in World Mission to Global Dokkan? And I don't know the answer to that. I'm assuming the answer is no. Because if you're going to release a character like Evolution Blue Gogeta, and then you're going to throw on the World Mission like logo to his card, that's technically wrong because he's not in World Mission, right? This character is not in World Mission. So again, my question is, and I don't know if anyone here knows more about licensing than me because I'm not really that involved or knowledgeable on licensing, but can they release characters from Heroes, the arcade game, that were not in World Mission for Global Dokkan? I think the answer is no, which is why they went with the normal Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta last year instead of the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s, which obviously would have generated, I think, a lot more hype, but that is my theory on that. So I'm not trying to get you guys like upset or bummed out or anything like that. I'm just explaining to you what I think the reasoning behind it is, because that's the most realistic angle that I can come out with from that. But that is pretty much all I wanted to show off here. Let me know down below, which of these units or cards do you want to see most added to Heroes? Me personally, again, I think for Heroes, the thing they have to capitalize on are the things that we will never see anywhere else, right? And like combo cards like this, imagine this. Like even stuff like this would be really sick in Heroes. Like a Heroes collab where we just get Gogeta and Vegeta together side by side. Like that's the ultimate like bait banner, or like, you know, banner to get you to summon on. So that's what I personally want to see the most, but you guys let me know down below what you want to see the most. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.